Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I am doing a New Year's Eve, All Year's Day party look. This could also work very well if you're still going to Christmas parties, because we are actually officially in the Christmas season. We still drinking sorrel, we're still eating we ham, so you know how it is. And also because we've passed Christmas Day, you know in Trinidad already the fete season has started. So this is a fantastic look that you can wear to any one of those occasions. I've actually paired it with a very bold purple lip, but there's another option, a neutral lip that you can wear, and I'm actually even thinking of pairing it with this red lip as well too. But you see how versatile this look is. I was very heavily inspired by the videos that Pat Mc Grath, the legendary makeup artist Pat Mc Grath, put out when she released her collection related to her new eyeshadows, cream and powder eyeshadows paired with glitter in golds, in bronzes, in coppers and in silvers. Fantastic collection. So it's really about the very glittery eye, the very strong wing liner. I have one falsies, but you don't even need to wear falsies with it, and you can pair it with whatever lip that you want. This is a vibes look. So make sure you sign up for my email newsletter, and make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and I'll continue making more videos like these. Let me know what looks you'd like to see, and I hope you enjoy your New Year's. I hope you enjoy 2017. I hope it brings all the blessings that you deserve. And I'll list all the products that I use for this look. A very easy look. So that's it for now. Let me go to the tutorial. Laters. So we're starting off with the eyebrows. I am just using my spoolie to brush my eyebrows up, the hair on my eyebrows up, so that I can see where I have my patchiness. Then I'm going to use the eyeliner that I'm using right now. Is actually from Benefit Cosmetics. It's the Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade 05, which is the second to darkest shade. It's one of these triangle shaped pencils that comes in a retractable pen shape. So I'm just filling in my eyebrows right now. I'm keeping the eyebrows more natural looking. I'm just defining the shape a little bit, giving myself a little bit more of a defined tail, and just filling in the hairs. So once that is done, I'm going to set my eyebrows with the MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Set in the shade Brown Ebony, which I think is also the second darkest shade that MAC offers. It's a very black and brown, black and dark brown. So I'm keeping my eyebrows very natural looking but very full. So from the eyebrows, I'm moving on to the eyes. I'm using my Holy Grail product that I never ever not do a look without, I should say. And that is going to be my MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour extend eye base. I absolutely love this product. So I'm just putting a thin layer of that all over my upper lid with my ring finger. Then I'm taking a waterproof eye pencil as my second base. This is going to be my more gold colored base, which is going to help bring out the gold tones in the other products that I'm going to be using. This product is from Makeup Forever. It's the Aqua Extra Large Eye Pencil, or Aqua XL Eye Pencil, and the shade is ME42. It's the extra long lasting waterproof eye pencil. So I'm using that as a base, putting it on my eyelid and then smoothing it out, and so just to make sure that I have even coverage all over my eyelid, my movable eyelid, all the way up to the crease. So I'm just applying some more of that. I'm just making sure that this is going to allow everything to stay on my eyes for an extended period. I could wear this all day into the night without having to worry that it's going to look faded. And this is a very beautiful shimmery golden color. Then I am going to just define my crease a little bit, and I'm using my Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter Stack, and the shade that I'm using is called Unseen, which is a medium matte brown color, and I'm using my Sigma E25 brush to just define the crease and to smoothen the edge where that eye pencil has stopped. So I'm just doing that into my crease in small circular soft motions, just to define my crease and the rest of my eye. That's what we're doing here. This allows to have a really good transition from my eyelid all the way up to my brow bone. And now I'm going on to the second eye, doing the same thing in sweeping motions and circular motions, just so that we don't have any harsh lines or harsh lines of demarcation between the different colors that I'm using, from the gold to the color that I'm going to be using on my brow bone. Next, I'm going to take another shade from that Dark Matter stack called a Blur, and this is an eggshell matte color, and I'm going to just lightly use that in the high point of my brow, just to bring out the shape of my eyebrow a little bit, but it's nothing too dramatic or drastic. I don't want to see my brow bone highlight from a distance. And then I'm going to use one of my new acquisitions, and this is the Wayne Goss blending brush in 06. Very, very, very soft brush, just to blend out all the colors. Next, this is a key component of the look. This is my Makeup Forever metal powder in the number PJ01A. This is also called Maize Gold, and it is an absolutely gorgeous, deep, high metallic golden color. It's more of a burnt gold instead of a bright gold, but because it's so metallic, it looks very prominent on the skin, especially on dark skin. So I'm using my MAC 224 brush, which is a fluffy blending brush, and I'm applying that very gently and lightly to the skin, because I just want a bit of a wash of color as well as an even placement of this powder. This, I think, is limited edition, but on my blog I'm going to have suitable alternatives for the shade, but I've had this for years and I absolutely love it, and it's such an amazing product. It can be used wet or dry. I'm using it here dry, but if I use it wet, it's going to be even more metallic and even more bold, and the pigment is a very, very finely milled, dark, almost burnt golden color. So I'm going to continue to pat that on the lid, making sure I don't miss any spots on the lid and that the coverage is even. And I'm also going to go back and forth with my blending brush and my crease color, just to make sure that I have even transition from the gold to the crease to the brow bone. So I'm just going to go back and forth between the gold color and my transition color. Blending, applying more color, blending, applying more color. And that's how you get a really great professional look. Now that that's done, I'm going to line my upper lash line with a cream liner, and this one is from NARS Cosmetics. I forget which one this is called. Yes, this is NARS Cosmetics, and it's the eye paint in Black Valley. And I love using a flat brush to apply this, and I'm using the MAC brush in 231, and I'm making a fairly dramatic wing liner, thinner near the corner of the eye, wider near the outer edge of the eye, and I'm extending the line way past the corner of my eye, because I want that to be very, very prominent. Because of the boldness of the lid, I want to make sure that you can actually see my eyeliner, and this has a matte finish. It's a cream that dries down to a matte finish. Absolutely love using this brush. It's one of my favorite brushes to use to apply gel or cream eyeliner. So there you go. Just take your time. Follow the shape of your eye to create your wing liner, and then you can add more and more to get it to the desired thickness, which is what I have done here. Now both eyes are lined. Now moving on to the next step, which is adding the glitter. This is the thing that's going to kick it up a couple notches. And I'm actually using a glitter that I think is from Lit Cosmetics. If I am wrong, I will put the correction on my blog, but I think that's where that glitter is from. It's a beautiful light gold holographic glitter that I'm actually using a Q-tip to apply this to the lid. So the glitter is called Rich and Famous, size number 2 from Lit Cosmetics. Beautiful holographic light gold color. And I'm actually using their glitter base, their water-based glitter base. It's called the Clearly Liquid Glitter Base, and I'm using a Q-tip right now to apply that base onto the eyelid, and then using the same Q-tip to apply the glitter. Very, very nice. I'm also going to take my blending brush and blend out the crease as well too. Next, mascara. My new discovery for this year, and one of my favorites for 2016, is the Ardency In Instant Lash Enhancing Mascara boosted with hemp protein, and it's from their Monster line. So that's the big instant lash enhancing mascara boosted with hemp protein. Applying that both to the upper and lower lashes as much as you want. You need your eyelashes to look pretty big for this look to compensate for the boldness of the glitter on the eyelid. So I'm just applying this to my lower lashes. I have very tiny lower lashes, but this seems to grab those lashes very nicely and make them stand out a little bit. Applying a second coat to my upper lashes. And that's that. Next, to the face. I have nothing on my skin except my moisturizer and anything else that I use to prep my skin. I am going to be using color corrector, and this is a new color corrector that I've gotten from Cover FX. It's the Correct Click Cream Corrector in the shade Orange. I'm applying that to my darkened areas of my face, which is usually my chin area, where I have hyperpigmentation. So I'm just applying a little bit of that orange to tone down the darkness of those pigmented areas or hyperpigmented areas. To the rest of my skin, I am going to apply my foundation primer, and I'm using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in the Hydrating Primer, which is this light blue primer. The tube is light blue. So that's what I'm doing right now, applying the primer all over my skin, because I want this to last a long time, especially when you're going partying. You might be at a club or a bar or a lounge or somewhere where you may sweat, and you definitely don't want your foundation or anything else to run off of your face. Definitely use the primer that suits your skin type. I have very dry skin, so I'm using a hydrating primer. If you have oily skin, Makeup Forever also makes a great mattifying primer, so you may check that out. Now to the foundation. I'm using again one of my favorites for 2016, the Makeup Forever 8 Ultra HD Invisible Cover Foundation, which is a medium to buildable foundation, and this shade is in R530. I'm also applying to my skin just before that because I want to have a lit from within naturally glowing look. I'm using the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Candlelight, which is a peachy, golden, shimmery shade. So I'm applying that to the high points of my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, the top of my Cupid's bow, or any other area that I want to look more lit. And this is a more subtle way of applying sheen to your face, applying a glow to your face, as opposed to applying it over the foundation, which is also absolutely fine itself. So this will make me look as if I'm naturally glowing. So I'm going to apply this to the high points of my face, the highest part of my brow bone. Right now I'm applying it to my nose. Not too much. I don't want it super glowy. It's a very smooth formula. It dries fairly quickly, but it melts into the skin. It's a fantastic formula. And after I apply this product, I'll then apply my foundation. You can use whatever foundation you want. If you want a more matte look, pick a foundation that you like. It gives you that matte look. But I'm all about dewiness and glowiness. So that's why I'm prepping my skin with the Cover FX Enhancer Drops. Just applying a little. Now I'm applying my foundation, dotting it to the areas. I'm giving myself more of a covered look as opposed to just applying foundation to the areas that I needed. I wanted a very even base for this look because the eyes are so bold. I wanted to make sure that everything tied together and the skin looked very clean. So I applied the foundation using my fingers first, and then I blended it out using my trusty beauty blender that it has been dampened and all of the excess water has been squeezed out. So I am going to spend a ton of time blending this out. Don't skip this step. If you want your foundation to look like skin, apply thin layers and blend. Blend and blend and blend. It's when you start applying too many layers or the layers are too thick for the product, then is when you start getting that kind of cake face look or very obviously heavily foundation look. So if you need to apply a little bit of extra foundation or concealer in your more problematic areas, you can do so after you apply your foundation. But here I am blending away. Blend and blend some more, according to Kevin James Bennett, one of my favorite makeup artists. So I am going to spend a good deal of time just blending this out. Just making sure I have a little bit extra underneath my eyes where I'm cleaning up some of the fallout from the glitter. And just making sure that looks very, very even. Don't forget your ears and down your neck, because you don't want to see that line of demarcation, especially if you have red ears. Don't forget to apply very little foundation there to kind of even out your skin color. I'm just cleaning up my line, my eyeliner there, and making sure that I'm well covered in the middle of my face. So look at that base. See how very naturally glowy it looks? And my skin looks very even and not heavy at all. It still looks as if I'm not wearing any foundation at all. And that is the goal. Now I'm going to set my foundation on my face. And I'm using a product that I also just recently got. It looks white. It's a translucent powder. It looks white, but on all skin tones. Once you use a very thin layer, it comes off transparent. And I'm using my brush from Sephora It's the Sephora Pro Featherweight Blending Brush, and that is brush number 93. Just use this translucent powder very, very, very lightly. And this is the RCMA no color powder. Use it very lightly. You see how dark my skin is, and you don't see any of the powder. I don't bake, and I don't apply heavy layers of translucent powder, because for me it's not necessary. But if you like to bake, you go right ahead, but I won't be baking at all. And I'm applying very thin layers of that to the skin. Now, to set my under eye area and to make that area slightly brighter, I'm using my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, and I'm actually mixing dim light and incandescent light, and I'm using that same Sephora Pro brush to apply that underneath my eyes, just to make sure that under my eyes is highlighted very slightly, to make it more natural with the way my skin tone looks. If you want, you can also use a concealer that is 1 or 2 shades lighter than your natural skin color to get that same effect. But I didn't really want to add any heavier products on my skin. So for me, the powders were just right. Now, because it's a very bold look, my blush choice is very, very simple. This is the Senna Cosmetics Sheer Face Color Powder Blush in Moonberry, and I'm using my NARS Cosmetics Kabuki brush. I'm just applying that very lightly, just a hint of color. And also I am going to add a little bit more of those custom enhancing drops or an enhancer drops from Cover FX to further bring out that highlight in my cheekbones, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing here. Just applying a little bit more. I love to apply thin layers where everything can look seamless, melt into my skin, and still not look super heavy or super or overworked on the skin. I don't want people to look and say, oh, you have a lot of product on your skin. I just want them to see that my features have been enhanced. And this is a fantastic product. The glow that I get from this is amazing. I pretty much like it next to my Gleam by Melanie Mills products, as well as my poured Becca highlighters. I'm using my beauty blender just to, of course, blend that into the skin a little bit more. Applying a little bit of that to my brow bone to highlight it a little bit more. You notice I'm taking small amounts of the product, blending, and then adding when I need to. Blend, blend, blend. Everything must look seamless. Again, applying to the very highest points of my cheekbone. I'm pretty much highlighting the C around my brow bone down to my cheekbone. If you take the very top of your brow bone and you can create a C all the way down to the top of your cheekbone, that's the area that I'm highlighting. So when you turn, you can see the shape of the cheekbone very easily. Look at that glow. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. This look is almost done. Now to the lips. I have actually selected a number of lip colors that you can use, a number of lip options. For my neutral option, I am using the Lip Bar lipstick in Chocolate Spitzer, which is one of my favorite nudes for brown skin for chocolate girls. And I'm topping that off with a lip gloss. When was the last time you saw me use a lip gloss? This is the lip gloss by Kevyn Aucoin, and it's called Vesuvian, which is a caramel cream color. I love this doe foot applicator. And look, and that's it. That's the look. Love it, love it, love it. Using a nude lip, you can keep the look like this, and it's perfectly great for your Carnival fetes or your New Year's Eve party. Then I added some lashes. I used my favorite Locket Lash Glue, which is latex free, from Danessa Myricks, and I used Baby Wispies from Ardell. And that's it. Very, very bright lip, bold lip. Very simple look on the eyes, because the lip is so bold. You don't want the eyes to compete with the lip.